Very good morning, friends of the TvAgro audience. Today we are in the municipality of Chipaque, in the farm called Limus, to show you the process of growing mint. The first thing we have to do for the cultivation is to tractor it, so that the soil is loose. Then we form these furrows that we are seeing here on this side. Plots of land about 1 meter wide. These plots are then dug and the same plant is sown. The same mint stem. For example, I pull up this mint just as it is. The plot is pitted and 3 or 4 segments are sown every 20 centimeters from plant to plant on the plot. This has a duration between harvest from the first sowing to cultivation of 3 months. It is necessary to have a cleaning process that should be preferably by hand. Do not use many weed killers. Most have to be by hand, removing the weed. On the other hand, during the cultivation process, we have to make 3 or 4 applications of fungicides. This will depend on the part that is sown because the difference between the crop depends on the altitudes. So the bugs, the pests, have a difference in consumption. Here we are more or less at 1,900 meters above sea level. Even here it is very warm for mint. The ideal is to plant at an altitude of 2,200 meters above sea level. Here we are doing these trials that have given us results. But it is very lukewarm. Now we are in the summer season. We are short of water in this region. Thank God there is a little water, but this is a crop that has to be planted where there is always irrigation. Because they are cut crops and their cycle is very long. Because they are cut crops and their cycle is 3 months. If the plant is well maintained, it can last between 5 or 6 years without lifting the cut. After it is cut, it is scythed, chopped, fertilizer is applied again, and the same process begins again. Here in this cut the grass is already ready to cut. The height should be close to 40 centimeters for cutting. Well, friends, here we are going to show now the system of how the cut is made to pack and go directly to the squares. So this is how it is taken. As always, the grass is left with yellow leaves. The bush is shaken and cut into 2 portions so that the bunch is clean. With this fiber it is given 2 turns and it is tied. This is the process. The foot is fixed so that the bunch is even and looks presented. This is the cutting process. The tying process is repeated, making sure it is tight so that it does not come loose. It comes back and the foot is fixed to make it presentable, as you can see. Friends of TvAgro, let's continue with some advice on what not to do when cutting the product in summer. You cannot cut the product in the middle of the day. It is recommended between 6 and 9 in the morning, because the bush will dehydrate when cut with a lot of sun dehydrates. The other thing is the irrigation. As it is a continuous planting must have plenty of water, watered at least every third day or it will dehydrate. Watered at least every third day or else it will dehydrate. Here we have 2 basins available to irrigate at any time. We use sprinkler sprayers. Sprinklers are used. In this lot we have approximately 2 bushels of mint crops that more or less produce between 300 and 400 bulbs, depending on how the plant is treated. The bushier the plant, the more production. In winter it produces faster than in summer, because it is more hydrated and does not suffer drought, while in summer it has more complications. For this reason, the advice is to plant where there is irrigation, so you will not only harvest 1 or 2 cuttings per year. We continue with the sowing of rosemary in the Limos farm. This is very similar to mint. It can be sown by the plant itself, that is to say, with a segment, or you can buy seedlings that you can get in any cold soil nursery. This seedling has a more delayed process than the mint because only in the first crop it has an intermediate of 6 months, and from then on it is produced every 3 months. Here we are already in a crop that goes to the second cut. This is very beneficial because it is used for aromatic and seasoning. Better said, it has infinite uses. This crop is very easy to grow and withstands times of drought. It can be watered every 8 days. In itself it is a very good crop. The cut is preferably done with scissors, and if we do not have scissors at the time, it can be done by hand if we don't have scissors at the moment. It can be done by grabbing with the hand the longest segments at a height like this. They split and they reproduce themselves again. Here on this farm we have a great diversity of aromatic herbs. For example, mint, sycamore mint, pennyroyal, hemlock and lemon balm. The latter is very similar to mint, because it has the same cutting, same fungicide systems, same irrigation system, in general a very similar process. Well, friends of TvAgro, this has been an intervention of Luis Evilio Gaona from the municipality of Chipaque. Remember Limos farm. Thank you very much.